Hello! This is another edition of Tipsy Wednesday, presented from the Penthouse Bar with me as usual, Björn. And
Hello.
Thomas!
Hey.
Perfect timing on that sip. It's
Well, you went for the dual sip.
I noticed we did so twice on the last podcast as well. We need to make a compilation of me and Björn drinking at the same time.
okay.
No, I won't, but yeah.
Funny thing, I didn't mention to you earlier, but I'm fairly tipsy as of just before starting the podcast. Even I figured I would start drinking up some of the Christmas ale and Christmas beers I got gifted. So I'm 6 or 7 beers in now.
What?
Oh damn it!
Yeah.
You started before the first podcast.
Yeah.
we
And I've been
recorded.
drinking them the whole time, and they're not like
the whole time.
Yeah.
You should just have a straw. You can sit there and sip.
Sipping beer from a straw.
Yeah.
Ah, I'm drinking beer. But yeah, most of them are decent. They're like dark brews, dark beers. Christmas beer. They're.
I'm
dark-
only
of
2
the
beers
darker
in,
sort.
and I don't notice anything.
Well, are you drinking 6, 7, 8 beers? Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
But
Why
good
not?
on you. And I said I've been drinking 2 beers. I'm drinking non-alcoholic as well, so I won't be noticing any of it. I'm just here for the taste.
Ah. Well,
Like a true alcoholic.
I
Do you have another mini show and tell? Thomas?
do. Björn,
What?
hit it.
what the fuck already?
Already.
We've not even started.
Yeah, did
Show
we,
and tell, guys.
we started now. Yeah, show and tell.
Oi, come on then. Show us something new.
Okay, little man. Tipsy Wednesday presents Show and Tell.
I bought me something after my son got something. So my son got gifted this thing for Christmas. You know what a cable guy is? Not the
Cable
movie?
Guy.
Yeah.
Well, the movie with the Jim Carrey.
No, not the movie. The item.
Oh.
This is my cable guy. It's Black Widow from Marvel.
So I see. Scarlett
Yeah.
Johansson.
And
Is she your cable guy?
she's my cable guy. My son has the Joker, and my daughter has Baby Yoda or Grogu. And the point of this is for her to hold my gaming controller on the table, so you can stand around while it charging and stuff. You can also have the phone in her arms or his arms or whatever
Yeah.
cable guy you buy. Yeah, and my son had his on his gaming setup, like his 2 screens and the cable guy and some lighting, neo lights or stuff like that, and LED lights and stuff. And I was like, his desk looks amazing. And I'm just having my shit laying around here, so I tied it up and I bought my own cable guy or cable girl.
Okay. Well, is that first of all, is that accessory category categorized as cable guy?
Yeah, they're called cable guy. When you
So
buy
the
this,
cable-
you'll get a 2 meter long USB-C to USB cable, so you can plug in your computer and hold all the way to this. So it's now standing on my computer desk, holding my gaming controller for my PC.
But why does that cable guy, in this case cable girl, need power?
No,
Why is-
it's for the controller, so it can charge.
Ah, so it plugs in.
It
within
doesn't
the-
plug into her, though. She's just holding it.
Why would you not plug into Scarlett Johansson?
Well, I don't
Missed
know.
opportunity.
But it doesn't. But she's now standing here with my gaming controller, so when I want to game, I just pick it up and I'm all ready to go, and I can just put it back in her arms afterwards.
Fair enough.
And
Well,
it looks
that's
kind of neat. Works
Yeah,
with
maybe-
the setup.
Maybe I should invest in one of those myself, because my controller is just literally laying on top of my computer.
Yeah, mine did as well, or on my table just behind the keyboard. My daughter had it on top of her computer case, but she knocked it over all the fucking time. Not the case, but the controller, because she was always switching cables in the USB ports on top or on the front of the computer case. So she always
Right.
knocked it over. So I thought she needs one. She got one. She actually bought it herself though. And we bought those on our local hardware store, the Elkjøp. They had these, at least down here.
Down
Mm.
here.
Down here, yeah, for 200
Norwegian,
280,
mainstream.
280 kroners or so.
Do you guys have 2 screens? Just asking.
Yeah.
Multiple
Yes.
Do you have, Thomas? Do you have an own arm thingy, or do your screens just plunk on the table?
They're standing on the table.
Mm.
One has my 34 inches straight in front of me, and my and my 27 is on the side.
Yeah, they would take massive space on the table, I guess.
Yes, they. Yeah, not really. The table is kind of made to have the almost the setup I have.
Well, because I'm currently I will buy an arm for my screens so they don't take up as much place.
You
Spaces.
you should. I have invested in those long time ago, where you can just like clamp it onto your desk and like have separate arms holding the secondary monitor.
I could do that, but then I would have to move my table a bit further from the wall, I think, and it just wouldn't fit the way the setup is as of now. Because I considered it, but I bought a new stand for one of the screens instead, so I could just have it the same height as the other. Because one is standing on top of something.
Yeah, because the stand that is with the screen are fucking massive. Holy shit! I will write it
Usually
down.
they are. Yeah.
Mm.
I will write it down on my list, my to-do list.
Invest in a secondary monitor arm
Secondary?
holder.
I guess I will get both my screens on. I will have a
Oh.
do a hand, so I can. Yeah, because
I can only recommend the brand that I'm using because I don't have experience from any other, which is a brand called Ergotron.
Ergotron.
Yes. They make like ergonomic solutions for desk work.
Mhm.
And they sell these like computers monitor arms which are like really well built. I've been using mine for years. They're really expensive, but once you purchase it, it'll last you for your usage, your time, as long as you want to. It doesn't doesn't break. It just works. Just holds the monitors in the position you put them in.
Yeah, it seems great.
Don't. So yeah, if you go for a solution like that, I can recommend that brand at least. But otherwise, there's probably too many others.
You could try one from
$400.
Yeah, they're
you
pretty expensive.
You could try one from Plex Gear, but I don't know how good they are.
$600.
You just broke Junior's heart.
Sorry.
Holy shit! That's fucking expensive.
I don't know. I'm having 2 computer screens and whatnot, and I'm googling stuff on my I want to say my iPad, but my what's it called when it's on Android? Not an iPad, but just a
Tablet?
tablet. Yeah, the tablet. I'm googling stuff on my tablet. Does it have that set up as well on the opposite side?
I just googled the type of monitor stand I'm using from Ergotron, and it's on the Norwegian website listed for 240 euros with a single monitor arm. But you can mount up to 2 or 3 monitors on that single one. But you have to like order the separate arms to hold each monitor. It comes with one, and you can buy an additional or 2 additional ones. So, I don't want to go on too much about it, but it's It's one of those like understated but expensive good brands. And
Yeah. Well,
very specific and nerdy, I know, but yeah. There you have it.
I find one on my local wannabe tech shop. They have one for 1,000 Norwegian bucks for
Like
3
100
monitors.
euros then? For 3?
100.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's
3 monitors.
probably lacking in a range of adjustment, and it's probably limited to a certain screen size for each monitor.
Yeah, I think it's mentioned here. Yeah.
It's like super specific. So
Yeah,
unless
up
you
to
have that
32 inches.
Yeah, so unless you have that specific setup in the monitors, it will probably not fit your needs.
Yeah, no, it fits 13 to 32 inches, and you can have up to 3
Yeah.
screens on this one.
Okay.
But that was just this one. I think there were more.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But
I
yeah,
don't
there are cheaper options than what Björn has. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fucking expensive. How expensive do you want my PC rig to be?
as expensive as humanly possible.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Well,
Research that
In-
on your own time, not on podcast.
enough about that.
Move us along, Junior. Move us along. Please.
Oh no! Arnold lands himself in trouble.
Yeah, did you see this?
Arnold?
It was
The
Yeah,
Arnold.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger.
the Terminator. He's currently in Germany. And he, I think he was going to attend an event where they are donating money or whatnot for some charity. And he brought this very expensive watch with him because he's donating the watch
Okay.
for this charity.
Yeah. Okay.
But as it's an expensive brand new watch, he's bringing from the US into Germany. He has to declare taxes on it, as it's not leaving EU and it's not coming from an EU country. And he didn't declare tax. He failed to declare taxes on it. So the German customs agents are now pressing charges against him for eluding to pay, because the law is equal for everyone, no matter who you are, they said. So he was photographed with the customs agent who were blurred out, and he's sitting there holding the watch.
Yeah, but can it just declare it?
Yeah,
Can't he just-
it's too late now when they call him with it. Undeclared. But if I were him, I would have worn it on my hand going into the country and then put it in a box while there.
Well, they
Donate
they can ask you for that as well. You know, they are not stupid.
If you're wearing a watch into the country, it's your watch.
Yeah, but they can ask you if you bought it. Like, did you buy it? They are not stupid,
Well,
Thomas.
this is some sort of a gray zone because he purchased that watch. He owns it, and then he travels to Germany and intends to donate that personal possession of his, which means he practically imports an item and sells it. So
In a way, yeah.
legally in a way, yeah, he has to like treat it as an import and then a sales item. I can get where this is coming from, but it is for a charitable event. So that kind of like is the counter argument for this. It like seems kind of backwards, but I can see where this is getting at. Like strictly
Yeah.
in terms of how the law works. Yeah,
If
he
he just-
imports an item and he intends to sell it.
Yeah, as
So.
Norwegian's outlet said, he was smuggling a watch into.
Yeah, he smuggled a watch and he intended to donate it to
Donate it to
charity. So,
Yeah, but we don't know. We could donate it to his own charity for all we need.
Would he
Where
come
he is
all the way from America over to Germany to donate a watch
Yeah,
for his
but-
own charity? He's even not German, you know.
Yeah, no.
What? I'm not figuring. Because does he live in Germany?
No, he lives in the US.
So he bought the watch
The
in the US.
In the US, yeah. And he imported
Very-
it to Germany, which is an EU country, and it wasn't purchased in another EU country, and that's why you have to declare taxes on it.
Even though. What?
Yeah, I don't know if he just purchased the watch in the US intending to donate it, or if it's a watch he already had, because it seemed brand new in the box.
Well, that's the thing with like moving an item through countries is fucking expensive, because every time you move an item from one country to another, they are probably going to demand, hey, we need to get taxes from this import. Even regardless, let's say he moved this watch from America to Germany, he has to pay tax. And then he moves the same watch immediately from Germany to Norway, he has to pay tax again. He didn't pay more for it, he just has to pay tax
No.
again.
No.
Hold
'Cause
on.
that would be
That's-
from one EU country almost to another EU country, because...
No,
Are you
but-
sure about that?
Yeah,
stop
it said
this.
it wasn't from within another EU country.
Stop this logic here. Because
Stop the
Okay,
logic.
Stop the logic.
yeah, because if I am traveling, let's say abroad, right?
Yeah.
If I travel abroad, I go to Spain, I purchase my alcohol, I purchase my watch, and then when I come back to Norway, I have to declare it, right? Because I need to pay taxes in Norway because I live in Norway, right?
Perhaps. I don't know if you have it on your hand, on your person or whatever. Just going through,
yeah.
because you might have had that watch when you left Norway in the first place. They can't tell if you have it on your arm. Can they now?
No, but they can't ask you the questions. And if you answer, no, I bought it in Spain, then they will get it.
That's the thing. But here's my moment to shine. Here comes my watch expertise into glorious flourish. If you purchase a watch abroad, let's say you went to Germany and bought an expensive watch. I'm not going to mention the R name, but you bought an Omega, the James Bond watch, an expensive watch. And you brought it to your home country without declaring it, without paying taxes, then you would probably be unable to pay to get an insurance for theft policy on that watch. You would, because it isn't declared. It's not an item. You can't show a receipt for where you purchased it because you didn't show you could show a receipt, but you couldn't show that you paid taxes for it, and it's not a registered item that you purchased, taxed in this case Norway, and therefore you cannot get insurance on it. So it's a first world problem indeed if you purchased an expensive watch abroad and didn't declare it.
Yeah, but my point is that you have to buy, you have to declare it when you get to the country you live in, right? If you buy your expensive watch and your plane is like going 5 places during the EU, you don't have to declare taxes for every single country you're in,
No,
right?
No.
Of course
No,
not.
It's your
It's
end
a
destination.
Yeah, and it's the country that you belong to, right? Where your journey ends. So because the tax has been paid for and paid by Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? And taxed in America.
Yes.
If he wasn't, I believe it has to do something with him giving the watch away, right?
No, it just has to be.
No, if
has
he bought the watch and was supposed to bring it back to America, he wouldn't have had to pay taxes on it. It's because the watch is staying.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, but because that's fucking stupid. If you live in America, go to Europe, you have an expensive watch, you have to pay taxes to Europe, and then get back home. Then you have to pay taxes for every single thing you own.
Basically because it's a gift.
Yeah, that's that's another
And
whole.
gifts are
They
aren't-
they're taxable.
Yeah, but you don't pay taxes up until a certain amount, and when you pass that amount, you have to pay tax on gifts.
Yeah.
But
So-
if this answers your question, just let me put an example that is very realistic. There's this watch brand that I'm looking for, Grand Seiko. It's a Japanese brand. They produce watches. Let's say a Grand Seiko watch was produced in Japan, and a Japanese customer bought it, store new in Japan. He paid for it full price, done. Then he owns it for a year, and then he sells it online to a German customer. The German guy or girl purchases it, and he pays tax to import it and owns that watch. He pays tax once. Okay? So the German guy now owns it. And he has already paid import tax. And he owns it for a year. And then he decides to resell it for a new value, a discount price, because it's used from the Japanese guy. He used it for a year, and the German guy used it for a year. And he sells it for a discount price to me, a Norwegian guy. Me, as a Norwegian guy, purchases for a discount price. I have to pay tax for the discounted value again. And so I purchase it, pay taxes, own it, maybe get tired of owning it, selling it to, I don't know, back to, or not even back to, sell it to a customer in Netherlands. He has to pay import tax again to own it. So import tax. So the state just like loves importing and purchasing internationally because they are the ultimate winner of all our purchases. So
There should be rules, at least when you're part of the EU, that you don't pay tax within EU countries.
No, the EU, the countries don't earn money that way. So
Yes,
that's not put into
Norway
place.
pays EU not to be in the EU, even.
But
Just
but you
because of
can't-
the deal we have to pay.
Yeah, but you cannot just obliterate import tax, right?
No, but
No.
there should be some
Why?
why because the state, the country that you live in don't need to profit from every single purchase that is done internationally.
Why not?
I get it with new products, but purchasing used products from other people, just a watch changing hands, it shouldn't be taxed every time it
Yes,
changes a
yes,
hand across
like-
the border when it's used.
because that's exactly what happens.
Well,
It just changes from one private owner to another private owner in another country. And if that other owner intends to do things fully legal and insure the
yeah.
watch for theft and anything,
yeah,
yeah, he has
but
to
the
pay
real
import tax.
the real question is, why didn't you buy it in Norway if you wanted the watch?
Because maybe it was way cheaper to buy it second hand. And it's
yeah,
not
maybe,
available
maybe it
second
was
hand
an old watch
in
that
Norway.
wasn't available in Norway, so he
Yeah,
needed to
yeah,
buy it
that-
from some
that-
other collector or something.
The state wants this money, but if you because you can compare this with cars, right? You have to pay taxes to get the car in the country, right?
Mm.
That's the closest I can get, right? So
Um,
cars has to be paid into port taxes, all cars, because the state loses the money because it's coming from another country. So
Yeah, because you aren't buying it from.
no, they're not losing money. They're missing a potential income.
Yeah.
They're not losing any money. They missed out.
well, that's the same as losing money.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not something you were entitled to from the beginning. In the beginning. You seen that video? Beginning.
Anyways, let's move on from
Anyways,
watches.
let's move on. Fucking hell.
In the beginning, what was this Reacher show?
Reacher on Amazon Prime. The
Which-
show, I mean.
Which Thomas did recommend last episode, didn't he?
Yes,
I
and
did.
it has been recommended to me through so many other friends and colleagues at this point that I found I don't want to say I bit the bullet because I didn't go into like, oh, fine, let's watch this show that everyone's talking about. Like, it's like, but it was recommended to me so many times that I like, fucking hell, I need to watch this show now.
Just,
So I
just
start-
before you go on, even I was recommended that show many times over before I finally dug into it. But when I did, it was good.
Because there are so many things to watch these days on so many streaming sites. There's so many things to spend your time on. But the Reacher show, it is made in such a do you know how The Boys are made, or I don't know, Stranger Things, or Breaking Bad, or Game of Thrones? You start one episode and there's like this certain event that starts at the episode, and this certain event ends at the episode. It's like, oh, we're going from this person over to this castle in this episode, and that's the adventure. That's the mini story of that particular episode, and it starts and ends with the episode. So there's like a mini story within the episode, which then again precedes the main plot. However, in Reacher, the Amazon Prime show, it just is like one long fucking continuous movie. Is like in particular in episode 2, he like ends the episode with like, I need a gun. And in episode 3, it literally starts with, I need a gun, and he goes to get a gun. Like literally from the same scene. It wasn't like, oh, let's start with another scene. It's like direct. It's like they filmed the whole thing in one long continuous shot, and then they just split it up into 50-minute episodes.
I need a sandwich.
And then they cut almost like after he finishes this sentence. But it's like it has a certain like drive. It almost like finishes
Flow.
it finishes prematurely. And you
That's what she said.
and it's like, what the fuck? Is it over? I need to watch more. We're like mid-action here. What the fuck is going on now? I have to watch the next episode. So I intended to watch 1 or 2 episodes. Let's open my Amazon Prime. I have watched 5 back to back. I just started watching it and I could not stop. And I stopped because we were starting the recording of this podcast. So yeah, I'm just waiting for this podcast to end so I can watch more Reacher.
So you liked it?
I fucking loved it because that's the thing with Reacher. He's not trying to be he as a person. The Reacher show is not trying to cater to any modern like political correctness. It's not trying to state a big example of anything. It's just the guy who plays the main role, Reacher, is just a big buff dude, and he plays a big buff military ex-military guy, who just action hero guy. And it's like, yeah, it's very stereotypical, but it's such, in this day and age, it's such a breath of fresh air.
That's exactly how I describe the show to someone. It's a fresh
Yes.
air. It's like fresh air I need it now. Because this is a show that could have been in the 80s and 90s. It doesn't fit in with the narrative that the streaming sites are trying to push these days.
Yes.
So it's really good, yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
And
It's
the,
just
and the prison scene.
Oh yeah, the prisons. Oh yes, the prison scene there, and how thing. I don't know if it's Amazon Prime in particular, but it has shows on Amazon Prime has a particular way of just catching you off guard with something completely unexpected just happening. It goes from zero from chill moment, we're just laughing, to like, holy shit, what has just happened? I just have to rewind in like 10 seconds. I'm just thinking, I don't want to spoil, but episode 5, the cop car scene. I don't know if you remember in particular, but there it goes from like, hey, it's like we're this chill moment, and it's like, holy shit, this shot was like, yeah.
Funny you should mention how things went from 0 to 100 of shit shows. Amazon with the Ring of Power and the Wheel of Time.
Yeah,
well,
they have some misses, but I have said it before and I will say it again. Except Junior's bad experience with renting and buying stuff that Björn and me don't know anything about. I think it's an underrated app in many ways.
yes.
Because there are so many, there are many hidden gems.
It's an expensive app.
No, it's quite cheap actually.
Not expensive as Viaplay.
Yeah, Viaplay is the fucking...
Not expensive.
That's a
as,
rob.
Not as expensive as Netflix.
Oh,
Maybe not.
No, they are not. Aren't they just like $8 or something? If that, $7.
no.
Yeah, Amazon Prime is quite cheap.
Well,
Mm.
when you're speaking of this show, I see Björn is dating on the spectrum.
Am I dating on the... Just jumping.
I read that when we did the last podcast and I just skimmed over it and I was like, dating the rectum?
No.
And I had to read it again and I was like, oh, on the spectrum. Damn it, that wasn't as fun.
So for those of you listeners who are not paying attention, this is another topic. Dating on the spectrum. I am referring to a Netflix show, which is literally called Dating on the Spectrum, which
Is it a
my
documentary? But
No,
it's a documentary reality show thing. And it's literally what the title says. It's the dating experience with people on the autism spectrum. Which
making fun of mentally
No.
disabled people.
No, it's not making fun of
No, but
people
we are.
with autism. No. It's for me. I don't know if you do it while you watch it, but my experience with watching Dating on the Spectrum has been like a mix of curiosity and can I say curiosity and intrigue? It has been kind of a aha experience. It has been eye-opening to how other people see the world and how they live their everyday lives and face challenges that most people don't. The average person on the street don't have to even think about, like regular social interactions. And how
Filling
those...
petrol.
No, not like that, but like interacting with people socially. Like the unwritten rules of our social lives as human beings. Like common courtesy, saying thank you when someone gives something to you. How to lead a normal conversation instead of just droning on into a monologue. Which I am currently doing.
Are you on the spectrum, Björn?
Maybe.
Maybe a tad bit. but it's been, as with all reality shows, it has a certain appeal, both from a curiosity standpoint, from watching someone that is so different than yourself, and how they interact with the world around them. So, yeah, we've watched through the entire first season, and we're like, damn, there's no more. And just when we finished the last episode, I was like, hey, season 2 will launch next Friday. Woo! So, we're gonna hop on that as soon as it's available, or as soon as we get back together again. So, yeah.
So
Dating
you're watching Reacher alone then?
I'm watching Reacher alone. I just started it today.
Mhm.
Because I realized if I intend to watch, for people who don't know, my girlfriend and we don't live together. We have our separate houses, and we mostly meet during the weekends. So the time we spend together for watching shows together is fairly limited.
Mhm.
So if I intend to watch shows on a regular basis, I can't intend to watch every show with her, because if I intend to do so, I'll probably watch very little of what I intend to watch.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
expected. I just thought that this might be a show that you can watch with a girl as well.
Maybe, but so is I gave her a green light for Castlevania, which I have seen all 4 seasons of. Not the spin-off season, the latest one, Nocturne. I haven't
It's
seen
not a
that
spin.
one.
It's not a
It's
spin.
a sep-
It's a. Yeah, well, it's kind of a spin-off,
Yes.
but it's
Well-
just some generations.
It's a
newer.
sequel.
It's a sequel.
We were
yeah.
scrolling through, and I gave her the green light to like binge watch it all, because I've watched it previously,
Mhm.
and she was like, "Oh, what's this show?" And it's like, "Hey, watch that. It's good." So she got the green light for that.
I recommended it to a colleague of me as well, just recently.
Mm.
Because he
Yeah.
was like, shit, Invincible, there were only 4 episodes, when are the next 4 episodes coming around? And I was like, don't worry about it, just go watch Castlevania on Netflix and watch Vox Machina on Prime, and you're good
Mm.
while you wait. Because
Yeah.
those
What?
are stellar shows.
You haven't watched Arcane yet.
I haven't.
I watched Arcane.
Yeah, you, but not Thomas.
No, I saw
Oh,
the first
wow.
episode.
Okay.
The
okay.
first, and then you dropped it.
Yeah, it didn't get me really hooked. I'm sorry
Hmm,
to say.
hmm. Hmm.
Maybe I
You
just
are-
maybe I just wasn't in the mood for that kind of show the day I put it on. Just like when I tested out Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
Because I really wanted to watch the show,
mate.
and I started the
Oi,
episode.
mate.
And I started the fucking episode, and I just couldn't get into it for some reason. And it's the kind of show that I think I would really like, because I do enjoy mafia stuff and stuff from back in the day, so to speak. So I just think maybe that wasn't what I was in the mood for that day.
Yeah,
So,
because Arcane is a really good show. Holy shit.
it probably is. As I said,
Yeah,
I
I-
might just not have been in the right mood for.
Well, knowing because both me and Junior, we've played League of Legends, which
I haven't.
which is the game
Yeah.
that the characters are based from. But I don't think that was the main pull from it either. I watched Arcane for the plot and the character. It was a great show, regardless of having played the original game or not. And at this point, it's been so many years between me playing the first season of League of Legends, which I played and I stopped there.
But is League of Legends
Until-
even story based?
No.
No.
But each character has their own like lore.
Story. Yeah, they do have
Um,
lore. and
But
story.
it's not a story-focused game. It's,
yeah, but
I don't even know how it plays anymore. It's been how many fucking years? I don't know.
Yeah, but it's
It wa-
it's a really good show, nevertheless.
Arcane is a good show. It's a good animated show. On equals to what would you rank it, Junior? What would you equal it to in terms of entertainment value? Could you rank it equal to Castlevania?
I would say it tells a better story than Castlevania.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it got more important themes, I would guess. It's not as entertaining though, but it's deeper, right? It got a deeper plot.
Mhm.
More well-developed characters. You're not supposed to like every character, but the main villain is fucking fantastic in that show. He gets a lot of screen time where he shines, right?
Mm.
The main villain makes the show. So I'm really excited for season 2, which is coming around this corner this year
Ooh.
somewhere.
Ooh. Okay.
But one last topic: North Korea.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, I just read today. It's a short article though. It was a couple of teenagers in North Korea were caught watching South Korean K-drama. Or K-drama. Is the word for it.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Were they executed?
Oh.
No, they weren't executed, but they got 12 years in labor camp for it.
What?
Yes.
Oh well, no.
Two North Korean girls, I think it was, watched a South Korean drama show, and they got 12 years of labor camp. And the spokesperson for the North Korean government, or regime, if you want, said, I can't believe that they would destroy their future watching this crap. He didn't say it just like that, but that's the gist of it.
That's the gist of it.
Yeah.
They weren't like, the journalists weren't even like, oh, this unfortunate event happened to these teenage girls. They were like, they did this horrible thing and they ruined their future.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So you can-
that's propaganda for the win. That's fucking hardcore.
It said there were different things. If you got caught watching an American show, you would get a lighter punishment. But the South Korean shows,
they're
those are
really
the worst.
bad. Yeah.
You could be executed, yes. So Junior wasn't far off when he asked. But they got...
Holy shit!
So maybe they just watched the equivalent of Friends.
Yeah, but
And 12 years in labor prison. Shame on you.
and the worst thing is, I believe in North Korea, if you get caught for something and you go to prison or labor camp, doesn't your family join you for labor camp? I don't know, they didn't say, but I have heard this before. In other cases, one guy was caught of stealing or something, and his whole family got collectively punished with labor camp for X amount of years.
I think that's a stretch. Your family, no.
Yeah, no, that's. I think you can Google it. They have some collective punishments for your entire family. If you get caught doing some, or if you do something, and of course you get caught, and yeah, your family will be punished as well.
Hope North Korea is soon to perish, but
Well, they are rattling their sables, so to speak. I read in the newspaper today they are testing underwater nukes.
oh,
Now.
cool.
Well, okay.
Cool.
So the world is a dangerous place. World War III is looming.
Just more creative ways to exterminate humanity.
Yeah, basically.
We're not destroying the world. The world and Earth will live on. However, humans may not be a part of it.
Holy shit!
That's the important distinction to make.
Didn't the North Koreans see Godzilla?
Our planet, Godzilla. What?
Godzilla, yeah, because Godzilla is like this mutant underwater.
Mutant iguana. what is it?
Yeah. So blowing up nukes
yeah.
underwater. Godzilla is coming. Galika.
Galika.
Yeah.
Gojira with that
Yeah.
bombshell. Boom. We are out of here. Thank you for listening for this show. If you said you're a boss, if you're not staying, fuck you. Support us in the link below. Send us money, donate, press like, subscribe, send us hate, send us love. And with that, I'm out. Bye.
Goodbye.
Adios.